On Saturday, the International Fracking Circus took part in the International Day Against Chevron. Chevron has recently become a partner in a fracking operation across northern BC.
Let's let the party begin, and we're just going to march down Willingdon.
The Unistoten camp has been set up since last August on the same route of the Pacific Trails Pipeline and the Enbridge Pipeline. Today, 150 people gathered in support of this Unistoten camp.
But simultaneously, we'd like to note that there are many communities being impacted by Chevron around the world. As you know, there are communities in Africa, in countries like Nigeria, where Chevron has killed local community activists, has killed local workers, in communities in Ecuador who are still suffering from the impacts of Chevron's oil spills down the major tributaries of the Amazon. There are communities in the US, on the west coast, where Chevron has some of its largest refineries.
Many are concerned that this process is just as damaging as the tar sands in Alberta.
American communities, Asian American communities, Latino communities, and generally poor working class communities have been impacted severely for generations by the pollution.
And what it does is it fractures the shale into this almost a liquid form, and I believe, much like the tar sands, you've heard of the slurry, you've heard of all the damaging processes there with the added chemicals. They're poisoning water.
It's a chance for, it's the first time that I know that our people have actually, any of our people have moved back out on the land, probably in the last, probably good 80 years. In the last 6 years, fracking has taken off. It started about 6 years ago. The provincial government started handing out experimental permits to these companies to begin fracking processes that have been tested out in other places where it's been banned. And it's been known to contaminate aquifers and other places, so the provincial government saw a cash cow for them. So they invited them in by giving them experimental permits, and now they've given them full-blown permits to begin production and installing pipelines and stuff.
And so part of this action is to educate people about some of these costs and what it might be doing to the land and to our health, and even for our long-term economy. Like, we should be using all the energy we have to help transition to a fossil fuel-free economy.
The atmosphere was festive, despite the seriousness of fracking.
It's pretty important. Music adds to energy anywhere.
We're a tension reliever, so we believe in peaceful demonstration.
For Langara News, I'm Tanya Hill.